Okay, so like we can start by you introducing yourself. So right now, I think you have had a fair share of time in your career. So if someone right now asks you to introduce yourself, how do you like start off?
Well, I am an artist. I am a media professional. I've been working with radio for the past 13 years, and very recently I decided to hang my boots, so to speak.
Okay,
And now I'm exploring other avenues of life,
okay,
singing, performing, um, getting active on social media. So that's what I've been doing for the past
great,
couple of months, and
great.
let's see where it takes us. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had our roots back to the same school. So
Hmm.
like, do you like? Would you mind sharing some stories at like when you were at that school? So how was it back then and right now? I'm sure you have some contacts in the school that how it's going on right now. So what's the comparison draw?
I don't really know the current scenario, to be very honest,
Yeah.
but I do know that Rosary as a school had a lot of emphasis on extracurricular activities, on sports. I mean, one of the reasons why I have um, been so connected to sports is because I was in Rosary.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I have been so active on the stage is because I was in Rosary and I got a lot of opportunities to explore my talent and explore my interests.
Yeah.
So, uh, so I remember that when I was in school in secondary section, every month we used to have something or the other. Either there was a step dance competition, or there was a garba competition, or there was a patriotic song competition, or there was inter-house sports happening.
Yeah.
So then the sports day would come, and so many different things,
Yeah.
along with that, we had our own school basketball team, which I was a part of, and we used to play inter-school tournaments, and then we used to go and represent the state, the district at state level tournaments. Some
Yeah.
of us went on further to represent at the nationals as well.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of there was a very healthy culture of um, uh, all round development.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the current scenario or the current administration in Rosary is as supportive of extracurricular activities or not. I'm not really in touch with anyone, but I wish that it has continued the tradition.
Yeah, and I remember you being on the cover photo of our school diary a couple of years back. You were hosting the alumni meet or something for Rosary.
Oh yeah. Oh, the cover photo. I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Oh,
Um, but so when I was in school, it was a huge fascination, or it was a kind of a big deal for us to be in the diary, to have your own photograph in the
yeah,
diary,
yeah,
uh, and uh, if you represented at the nationals, then the school would give you a blazer,
yeah,
which was a matter of huge pride for us
yeah.
when we were in school. So my first photograph in school diary appeared when I was in the ninth standard, I think.
Okay,
So when I played my first tournament for Rosary, and we had this invitation tournament at Loyola Hall, Ahmedabad,
okay.
and and we won that tournament, and so there was a huge celebration, and Father Coutinho took us out for dinner. So it was all a lot of fun, and then our photograph came in the diary next year.
Yeah,
But then on, so ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, every year I was in the diary, obviously, for sports.
yeah,
And what you were saying, I have no idea, but I do remember that I had hosted an alumni meet for Rosary in
yeah.
2011 or 2012. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
Um,
it was around that time.
yeah,
So the diary
yeah.
actually has a photo of you holding the mic, singing few songs, and a couple of people dancing around on the stage.
Oh, you need to send that photograph to me. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, sure, sure. I'll do that.
Mm.
So, right, the next thing I wanted to ask is that right now, with the entire digital wave happening and you being in the radio for a very long time, where do you see the future going with digital already competing with cinema, with television, and all? So, how do you see the future of radio? Is it like with digital? Is it like blending with digital, or is it something else?
So one, to predict future for anything in this in these times is next to impossible, because I mean, had anyone told us in the month of December or January even
Yeah,
that the entire world will shut down for more than 2 months, we would have definitely not believed it. It's not possible,
yeah,
but it did happen. So I don't know what is going to happen next.
yeah,
But at the same time, I think that yes, the digital leg of entertainment is kind of getting stronger. A lot of movies are now getting released online.
yeah,
Eventually, a lot of movies will start getting produced for OTT platforms, which has already started happening,
yeah,
more or less. Um, so the traditional mediums of entertainment or communication, like your television or your movies or your radio or newspaper or magazine, will take a hit. I
yeah,
mean, that is quite evident. Will they go extinct is a different question. I'm not sure.
yeah,
Um, However, the demographics of our country is really varied. So
yeah.
I've often said this in seminars and in classrooms that I've taught, that India is such a culturally diverse, such a beautiful society on the whole, that here you will find a full complete meal in 30 rupees. 30 रुपए में एक थाली मिल जाएगी आपको, and you
Hmm.
will find a pizza worth rupees 3,000.
Yeah, yeah,
So there is a market for everyone. So while the digital part of media is gaining a lot of strength, the other part may not get extinct. Maybe they will become stagnant, or maybe the growth will become slow. But I
yeah,
don't think anything is going extinct per se.
yeah. Actually, I was researching more about this question on internet, and I read a blog which said that India is the only country wherein things don't go extinct. Like once newer technology replaces the older technology, the older thing becomes a matter of pride. Like you have, like Saregama Karma did it very well. Like they branded the entire antique thing and they gave it a new form, and now they are selling like crazy. So that's what they said, that they just radio, just like radio, television, print, any form of media, if it rebrands itself, then people would take it as a luxury, that okay, digital to sabke paas hai, but now who is coming on air, who's tuning in, that would be a form of luxury media. So that was what I read in that thing.
That's quite possible. However, at the same time, the strength or the beauty of this country lies in the masses.
Yeah,
So it's all numbers, and it's all numbers in terms of magnitude.
yeah.
So I don't know the economics of whatever will happen in the future, but what you're saying or whatever the research says makes a valid point.
Yeah. So for the next, then I wanted to talk to you about. I know that you run a program called Vathi Gujarati, and with context to that, there is a theory which says that right now in the entire world, the English content is reached a saturated point, as in all the people who could consume content already have consumed it in English language. Like there are no more people left. So what people are saying nowadays is that suppose I want to I want to grow myself in podcasting. It is bad for me to start podcasting in English for the only reason being that there are big players who already do it in English. So they have the best of the equipment, they have the viewership. So why would anyone listen to me if I am putting out content in English? And what this means is that for the next boom of digital creators would go into vernacular language. Like in the next 10 years, you would see someone making content in Tamil and like growing charts like anything. Someone making content in Malayalam, in Gujarati, and he is becoming the next digital star. He is becoming mainstream. So how does that align with your campaign? And I would also want you to educate people more about what your campaign is and how do these two things blend together.
So valid point. Small is the new big.
Yeah,
I've been saying this since quite some time.
yeah,
And a lot of people at on digital platforms also think that find your niche,
Yeah.
and only cater to that niche, and vernacular languages are gonna be big, and all of those things. But there's one correction in what you said.
Okay.
So while vernacular content is going to become mainstream, I don't think there will be a lot of stars.
Okay.
Even in the movie industry, if you see right now, whom do you call a superstar?
Someone who's
Perhaps you
mainstream.
will say no. So the title of superstar.
Yeah.
So when in our parents' times or even before that, say Rajesh Khanna was a superstar because once his movie gets released, it is doing a 25-week at a stretch.
Yeah.
Back to back, the movie doesn't go out.
Yeah.
Then comes Amitabh Bachchan, who is a superstar. When his movie comes out, there are people who are willing to do black tickets.
Yeah.
Then comes the era of, say, Shah Rukh Khan,
Yeah.
because Shah Rukh Khan has seen that stardom. Shah Rukh Khan has seen that pedestal in his career.
Yeah.
But in the current scenario, to call anyone a superstar is going to be very, very difficult. Is Ranveer a superstar? Is Ranbir a superstar? We don't know, because they've not yet reached the level of greatness that or level of popularity that an Amitabh or Rajesh Khanna reached at any point.
Yeah.
The reason is there are a lot of actors now.
Yeah.
So earlier, even if you see the music industry, there was Hemant Kumar, there is Kishore Kumar, there is Rafi, there is
Yeah.
Mukesh,
Yeah.
then there is Lata, then there is Asha, and then there is, so there were like what, 5, 10, 12 max to
Yeah.
max singers,
Yeah.
who were mainstream, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
But now if you consider mainstream music, then there'll be so many of these artists,
Yeah.
so many of these singers. This influx is common in all industries.
Yeah.
So when we say, so earlier, who was a celebrity? A celebrity was maybe a cricketer or maybe someone from the movies, right?
Yeah.
Now you have a celebrity who is a TikToker also.
True.
So that term celebrity in itself is getting diluted, because you have celebrity or say popular people in all on all platforms.
Yeah.
Hence, um, vernacular content might become mainstream, but will it create superstars or not? Will it create a lot of money or not? Is still a huge question mark. I
Yeah.
hope it does,
Yeah.
but we don't know if it will or not, because what you and I are talking, a million other people have also realized, right?
Yeah.
So there are 6 crore Gujaratis
Yeah.
in Gujarat and much much more abroad.
Yeah.
तो सबके दिमाग में ये ख्याल तो आया होगा कि चलो गुजराती कंटेंट बनाते हैं,
Yeah.
right? Now to answer your question, I did not start Varthi Gujarati to create content. I started Varthi Gujarati because of my love for languages, specifically Gujarati language, and I thought that I wanted to take that pride of the language to the younger generation
Yeah.
via the medium of music or via the medium of concerts. That is the reason why I started the campaign. Now, in hindsight, when I think about it, I think creating content under the banner of Varthi Gujarati also makes a lot of sense and is a good idea.
Yeah.
Will I be able to do it? Should I do it? Maybe yes. When? I have no idea.
Okay.
The idea of Varthi Gujarati is to only popularize the language, not to create content under a YouTube channel. In fact, Varthi Gujarati YouTube channel came into existence only a month ago because there was lockdown and I had nothing else to do. I thought, chalo, YouTube पे भी आते हैं. तब तक
Okay.
YouTube पे थे ही नहीं. I was not on YouTube. You
Yeah.
know. So now that I have started the YouTube channel finally after I don't know how many years of mulling, I may create. If I get in touch with people who share the same vision, maybe we'll create content.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is true, that vernacular content is gonna be big. But how big, we don't know, because again, an English content can afford that kind of production because it gets that kind of money.
Yeah.
So a Hollywood movie can afford to make a movie in 100 crores, or even a Hindi movie can afford to make, the production cost of a movie can be 100 crores, 150 crores. But when it comes to a Gujarati movie, the production of Gujarati movie cannot go beyond 1 or 2 crores, max to max 5 crores, because पैसा वापस कहाँ से आएगा, राइट? वर्नाक्युलर में आपको काम करना है तो वर्नाक्युलर में आपके लिमिटेशंस भी आएंगे. अगर आप इंग्लिश में मूवी बनाते हैं, आप अगर स्टीवन स्पिलबर्ग हैं, तो आपके पास बजट का कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं. पर अगर आप गुजराती मूवी बनाना चाहते हैं, चाहे आपकी स्क्रिप्ट कितनी भी तगड़ी क्यों ना हो, पर प्रोडक्शन में आप लिमिटेड ही पैसा डाल पाएंगे, एंड दैट विल अप्लाई टू ऑल प्लेटफॉर्म्स.
True. And over here, what you mentioned about, every platform having its own celebrities, and अभी तो मतलब हर गली में एक celebrity है, that vibe. This I was reading an article in which they said that right now if someone says that मुझे actor बनना है या मुझे influencer बनना है, then people will look down on him कि okay, you are chasing the cool profession, you are chasing the cool vibe, because acting is a glamorous profession, that's why you're going towards it. And it's like the demand supply makes sense, because there are like 1,000 people who are in an audience, and then there is one influencer or one celebrity for saying per se. What they said is, going forward, these famous people, or in today's time what they call these influencers, they will have less audience, but the connection between an influencer and an audience would be great. Like for example, first was the movies age, like the cinema was the ruler. At that time, if you see a cinema like the king of Indian cinema, if you consider Shah Rukh Khan, for me, Shah Rukh Khan is just that even if I see him from far away, I'm satisfied कि मैंने Shah Rukh Khan को देख लिया. That is the vibe. For someone like a YouTuber, for someone like a Bhuvan Bam and Ashish Chanchlani, I'm like मैं इनसे मिल सकता हूँ, मैं इनसे selfie ले सकता हूँ. That is the kind of vibe. That is the connect that has been brought down from a celebrity जिसको तुम सिर्फ देख सकते हो. Now you can go approach and take pictures and all. The third wave would be that even this, like the second would be segregated even down to a level wherein the new wave of digital creators would be such कि मैं उनको message कर रहा हूँ and they are replying to my message. So they have got very less audience. Like one person would be having not millions, like 20,000, 30,000 people at max. But these 30,000 people would support the creator financially. Loyal, yeah, loyal fan base. And that's when you will see that the entire glamour from this industry will be lost. Because one person in every gully mohalla would be a celebrity and influencer.
That's exactly what I said, right? That
Yeah.
the term superstar will kind of get diluted.
Yeah.
And secondly, you know why is a star called a star?
Yeah.
Because a star is something that you can see, but you
Yeah.
cannot touch.
Yeah.
That is the metaphor why a celebrity is called a star, a film
Yeah.
star, a superstar. Means
Yeah.
that you can see the star, but you cannot touch it. You cannot reach the star.
Yeah.
But obviously that's gonna be passe now, because in the current scenario, you have so many of you tag a celebrity and they will reply to your tag.
Yeah.
You sometimes they will reply to your comment also, they'll reply to your tweets also. So obviously the stars or these content creators have to become more approachable.
Yeah.
They have to be in constant touch with people, reply to them, take people on their live sessions and whatnot. Everyone
Yeah.
is doing it. Everyone rather has to do it.
And nowadays even the audience expects, like I have met people who say that मैंने उसको unfollow कर दिया क्योंकि उसने मेरे DM का reply नहीं किया, like till that
Oh.
extent that they expect
Yeah.
that okay, because I give the time of my life to you, so you ought to reverse that same. So that is
Yeah.
the vibe that's going on. Now,
Yeah.
so in your previous answer, you referenced TikTok, and I'm sure you are aware of what happened recently. The entire YouTube versus TikTok controversy broke out. So, like, what are your first opinions on that? The entire.
I don't know. I think it's just a gimmick, yeah. मतलब see, as a person also, I'm quite pro-choice. मतलब तेरे को TikTok use करना है, TikTok use कर यार. तेरे को YouTube use करना है, YouTube use कर. इसमें झगड़े की कोई बात नहीं है. I may use something because I like it. I may not use something because I don't like it. But because you use something or you don't use something, I will not kind of fight with you. No, it doesn't make sense. It's, I think, very, very stupid and demented to fight over an application saying कि ये ज़्यादा अच्छा है या ये ज़्यादा अच्छा है. तेरे को जो use करना है तो कर ले. But however, a lot of people have been dissing TikTok because there's a lot of stupid content, stupid from my perspective, or time pass content on TikTok. But there are a lot of people who've done some phenomenal stuff on TikTok, like creating an entire story in 15 seconds, using those slow-mo effects and using those sounds, and you know, तो और ये तो हमेशा हुआ ही है. मतलब whenever there is a path breaker, whenever there is a new trend coming in, there will be a lot of people who will make fun of it, right? The old timers will make the fun of new things. So right, If I go to college today, I will make fun of the collegians now and say कि ये क्या कपड़े पहन के आते हैं या ये क्या करते हैं कॉलेज में. हम जब कॉलेज में हुआ करते थे तो हम ये करते थे. You know, so TikTok versus YouTube is quite evident because TikTok is newer than YouTube. So YouTube वाले जो थे, जो बैठे थे आराम से, वो लोग को पता चला अरे ये नए कहाँ से आ गए. So then they started dissing them. It is a very psychological reaction. इसमें कुछ नया नहीं है. In school, if you see every year, अगर आप स्कूल से ग्रेजुएट होते हो तो हमेशा ये बैच ही ऐसा बोलती है कि हमारी जैसी, हमारी आखिरी लास्ट, we were the last cool batch of our school. Every batch says the same कि हमारे बाद का सब कचरा आ गया यार स्कूल में, अब मजा नहीं आता, अब क्या लोग पहले जैसे नहीं है. हालांकि वो तो सेम ही है, माइन्यूट डिफरेंस होगा अगर होगा तो भी, और चेंज तो वैसे भी नेचुरल है, राइट. So I find this entire debate very stupid. There are people who like TikTok, interacting with TikTok, making TikTok videos. Fair enough, go ahead and do it. अगर जिनको नहीं पसंद है तो मत करो, सिंपल सी बात.
So the point that you said over here about embracing change, कि by new platform है तो उसमें friction रहेगा ही, and so this had happened with YouTube also 4-5 years back. उस time पे YouTubers जब grow हो रहे थे तो Bollywood people were looking down upon them and saying that you know what is this new platform, मतलब हाथ से कैमरा लेके तुम कैसे shoot, and but now YouTube has become kind of mainstream. So this point at some level I had thought about this, that is it the same thing that is happening, जो what Bollywood did to YouTubers is YouTubers doing to TikTok, but one person in one of, you can say.
So there was a movie that came in the year 2008, and the movie is called The Artist. Okay, it won a couple of Oscars also, and the movie had a beautiful storyline. In fact, it was a French film, if I'm not wrong. And imagine in 2008 they released a movie without dialogues, and it was a black and white movie. So it was a transition of a star who is a hero of those mute movies, because earlier movies were mute or black and white cinema था. तो वो जो cinema था उसका superstar. And suddenly now the movies are becoming talkies, where you can communicate the dialogues. And this hero does not adapt to the change. He says कि ये क्या नया फैशन है, हट, हम लोग कौन देखेगा ये सब बोलने वाली चीजें, हमारा जो है वो सबसे बेस्ट आर्ट है, you know. And then eventually obviously talkies become more popular, and then he becomes obsolete. So this is the exact same thing. Even if you see in music, I mean, if you see Puritans, they will say कि आजकल का म्यूजिक कचरा है, कि क्या गाने बनते हैं यार, कोई लिरिक्स नहीं, कोई रिदम नहीं, कुछ नहीं. पर ऐसा नहीं है. I mean, even today there are some very good songs which are being made, and technologically the songs that are being made right now are far more superior than what they were being made, say 20 years or even 50 years ago. You know, so complexity of the songs now is far higher than what it was earlier. Not saying कि कोई भी गाना अच्छा या बुरा है, पहला भी अच्छा था, अभी भी अच्छा है, शायद उसका proportion कम हुआ हो. It is possible that the proportion of melodious songs earlier was higher, and now it is lesser. That is possible. But to say that now good music is not being made or good cinema is not being made as compared to earlier times is, I think, completely wrong. Because in every era there is good work and there is bad work in every era. And finally, anything good and bad are very, very subjective. What I find good, what I like, you may not like. It's perfectly okay. Cinema or art cannot be defined by collective good and bad.
Yeah, true. But about this thing, someone had tweeted about this thing, saying that cool, we embrace the fact that change is inevitable, and maybe TikTok is the new change because younger demographic people are liking it. But they said that there's one logical mistake that TikTok is very evidently making, and that was that, you know, right now, if you look back at Bollywood 10 years back, everyone has one complaint that Bollywood gave a wrong definition of what love is meant to be, what romance is meant to be. Like they overhyped the thing that, okay, you meet a girl, you fall in love, and that's how it is done. And that's why we as a generation completely growing up thinking like that, that okay, this is love, this is love. You see a girl, you fall in love. Right now, people very with very logic, they question that fact that this is not possible. This betrays logic. To actually fall in genuine love, you need to meet the person, you need to at least have a friendship of
spend time.
You need to spend time. That's when you fall in love. Now what people are saying is TikTok is doing the same mistake what Bollywood did 10 years back. Like they are putting love and romance on a pedestal only for the reason because 60 to 70% of all the TikTok content that you see is about the same thing, like fantasizing about love, fantasizing about heartbreak, romance, and all. So they are doing the same thing what Bollywood did 10 years back, and that is a major problem which many people are having with TikTok. That, why are you putting love, heartbreak, rejections, and all on a pedestal that every third video of yours says the same thing?
I'm not sure if I have not actually heard or read about that argument yet.
Okay.
But to think about it, I mean, ever since romance has been the most popular form of art,
Okay.
if you see paintings, if you see theater, what has William Shakespeare written about? Why was William Shakespeare popular? I mean, Romeo and Juliet is the epic of all love stories that you can
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm capable of answering this question correctly, because I'm not really given it a thought or not really read a lot about it. But to think about it, I mean, even today, most of our Bollywood movies have a love angle to it.
Yeah.
Perhaps that is how we are programmed. Perhaps that is how we've always perceived life as. Perhaps that is all that is when we see the opposite gender. कि इसके साथ हम कैसे रिश्ता कर सकते हैं, कैसे, I don't know, I'm not sure, but and I don't even know if TikTok contains a lot of content which is romance based or love based.
Yeah.
पर शायद वो it is easier for people to relate. Maybe that is why. Maybe that is why it is so popular, because all of us have had at least one crush in our lives. All of us have had at least one heartbreak in our lives.
Yeah.
And if I talk about that, then that is more relatable.
Yeah.
If I talk about a bike getting stolen, then I don't think there'll be everyone who can relate to it. But
Yeah.
if I say my girlfriend ditched me, or if I say that my best friend started liking my girlfriend, then a lot of people will relate to it, because it has happened to a lot of people.
Understood. So,
So maybe that is why
yeah,
love is a common content.
understood. So, next, what I would want to touch is that you are a part of a creative profession. You are inherently creative. A lot of influencers these days, basically on YouTube and Instagram, they have been complaining about this fact that YouTube pay the major chunk of money comes through brand deals. It does not come through Google AdSense. It does not come from anywhere. Brands are what put in like 75% of the money into any creative professional's wallet. Now these guys have a complaint that nowadays what they're saying, the brands who advertise on YouTube, they do not know how content works. They do not know how audience perceives their content, and they just want the traditional form of advertising. That okay, we will send you a product, we will put in loads of money in your pocket, hold this product in your hand, and say that you love this product, and that's it. Now you have also been a part of a creative profession. Does this thing affect radio as a profession? Was this a part of radio wherein just to please the brands you need to compromise a bit on your creativity? Has that happened in the past?
Maybe, but isn't that how it is? I mean, uh, any creative profession cannot sustain itself. It needs business. It needs commerce,
Yeah.
right? So arts को sustain करने के लिए उसको commerce तो चाहिए ही होगा. Commerce के बिना वो sustain नहीं कर पाएगा. तो give and take, मतलब if commerce requires a couple of things to be done, then art will have to do it. Haven't we seen a lot of movies where we see forced product placement?
Yeah.
जबरदस्ती का वो वही नूडल खा रहा है, जबरदस्ती का वो ड्रिंक पी रहा है हीरो,
Close-up shots
जबरदस्ती
आ रहे हैं.
गुजराती फिल्म में लोकेशंस होते हैं, जबरदस्ती रियल एस्टेट पे जाके ही वो रियल एस्टेट के लोकेशन पे जाके करेगा. तो ये तो बहुत I don't know why people are complaining about it, because that's how it is. If you want to get money out of it, you will have to please the client.
Yeah.
और क्लाइंट बोलेगा कि भाई मुझे ऐसा करना है, तो ऐसा करना पड़ेगा. उसमें कोई यू कैन बी इंडिपेंडेंट एंड से कि नहीं आई विल नॉट, मैं कुछ भी नहीं करूंगा, तुमको जो करना है कर दो.
Yeah.
सी इन at any era in the history also, and if you look at it now also, money has always ruled the art. Always. Money decides where will the art go, in what direction will the art go. Money will always decide that. I'll give you this is a controversial statement, but there are so many proofs to back this. Since the past 2 years, a lot of songs that we see are remakes or
Yeah.
recreated versions. Why? Because people are liking it, right?
Yeah.
So more people are liking it. That means more people will consume it if you make recreated versions. More people consuming means more money.
Yeah.
ये एरा में कोई भी ऐसा क्यों नहीं आके बोलता है कि नहीं मैं सिर्फ क्लासिकल गाने बनाऊंगा या मैं सिर्फ सेमी क्लासिकल गाने बनाऊंगा, क्योंकि वो बिकेंगे नहीं. सी कॉमर्स इज रूलिंग द आर्ट, राइट? इफ यू सी द मूवीज, इफ यू सी द जॉनर ऑफ वेब सीरीज, जितने भी वेब सीरीज देखो वो डार्क है, जितने भी वेब सीरीज देखो उसमें क्राइम है, गाली गलौज है. क्यों?
That's the trend.
कोई आके शुद्ध सात्विक, एकदम शुद्ध सात्विक फैमिली के साथ बैठ के देख सके ऐसी एक भी वेब सीरीज क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि कॉमर्स उसे सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा है.
True.
गुजराती मूवी, सडनली वन अर्बन मूवी बिकेम हिट एंड एवरीवन थॉट कि अरे अर्बन मूवी बनाओ. उसके पहले सब पुरानी फिल्में चल रही थी. सडनली वन मूवी बिकम्स अ हिट वेयर 3 फ्रेंड्स और 4 फ्रेंड्स आर देयर एंड देन एवरीवन मेक्स अ फिल्म वेयर देयर आर 3 फ्रेंड्स एंड 4 फ्रेंड्स. क्यों? क्योंकि कॉमर्स इज रूलिंग द आर्ट. तो ये कुछ नया नहीं है. कॉमर्स ही डिसाइड करेगा आर्ट आगे कैसे जाएगा. हम भले ही ऐसा कॉलर ऊंचा कर ले कि मैं आर्टिस्ट हूं, मैं ऐसा ही करूंगा, ऐसा नहीं होता. When I am an artist, if I'm singing on the stage, I will have to sing what people like. I cannot go on the stage and say कि नहीं मैं तो यही गाने गाऊंगा, तो सुनना है तो सुनो. तो ऑडियंस उठ के चली जाएगी यार.
Okay.
अगर मैं हैदराबाद में परफॉर्म कर रहा हूँ फॉर हैदराबादी ऑडियंस, आई कैंट गो एंड स्टार्ट सिंगिंग गुजराती सॉन्ग्स. वन और टू गुजराती सॉन्ग हियर एंड देयर, शायद पॉपुलर गा लिया, गरबा वरबा तो उनको मजा आया, अलग बात है. वहां पे मेरा सेटलिस्ट अलग ही करना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो ऑडियंस चली जाएगी. कॉमर्स इज रूलिंग माई आर्ट.
But over here, like you spoke a line which is that this has been happening from very past. So could you add some context to that, because that's what I didn't get. Like how is it evident कि past में भी ऐसा था कि commerce was the one that ruled art?
Okay. ऐसा कहा जाता है कि when Rajesh Khanna was a superstar, there were producers who were waiting for his dates for 3 years to 5 years.
Okay.
उसकी सिर्फ डेट लेने के लिए 3-3 साल का वेटिंग चलता था कि अगर इवन फॉर अमिताभ बच्चन इट इज सेड कि राजेश खन्ना से आपको अगर मूवी साइन करवानी है तो वो आपको डेट देंगे. ही विल गिव यू अ डेट ऑफ 2024 एंड स्टिल यू विल एक्सेप्ट इट.
Okay.
व्हाई कांट यू गेट अ मूवी विद सम अदर एक्टर? नहीं, मुझे राजेश खन्ना ही चाहिए. क्यों चाहिए? क्योंकि कॉमर्स है ना भाई. वहां पे पैसे आने वाले हैं. अगर राजेश खन्ना मेरे पोस्टर पे है तो उसका मतलब है कि 25 वीक तो मेरे फिक्स हो गए. तो पहले से यही चलता आ रहा है.
True.
If some actor has become more popular does not mean that actor is a better actor than others. It only means that the actor is more popular than others.
Yeah.
Right?
But,
if Badshah is making a lot of songs right now, it does not mean that Badshah is the best music producer or the best rapper in the country.
Yeah.
It just means that he is more popular than others.
Yeah, that is obvious. But
so whatever is popular has always kind of fueled the art.
Yeah, but then like you come from the artist point of view, so I would ask a lot of people right now from the audience, because now the audience has evolved. Like 2 years back, Instagram was not having such smart audience. Now the audience is very smart. कि अच्छा ये product placement है, ये brand deal है, इसने ये brand ने इसको पैसे दिए तब ये इनके page पे live stream कर रहे हैं. So now the audience knows what is happening, what is the commerce going on behind the scene. Now what they do is they start calling the artists as sellout. कि तू sellout हो गया है, that you promised just pure art and now what are you doing? Like how can you be so stupid that you are holding a product in your hand? Because obviously the audience does not like that, but the brand wants that, so the artist will do that definitely. But because of doing that, the artist is getting a lot of hate that तू तो sellout हो गया है ऐसा वैसा. From an artist point of view, what is your view on that?
यार लोगों के कमेंट से मेरा पेट नहीं भरता.
Okay.
है ना? लोगों की कमेंट से मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में पैसे नहीं आते हैं. ठीक है. Of course there are a lot of people who understand that this is a product placement or this is a sponsorship or this is whatever, and of course it is the truth, but so what? So what? When you are consuming my content on Instagram, are you paying any money for it? No, you are not. तुम अगर एक मूवी थिएटर में जाके अगर ऐसा क्लेम करते हो कि भाई ये इसने जबरदस्ती प्रोडक्ट प्लेसमेंट किया, तो फिर भी एक बार सेंस बनता है क्योंकि तुमने मूवी देखने के पैसे दिए हैं. जब तुम किसी आर्टिस्ट को यूट्यूब पे या इंस्टाग्राम पे कंज्यूम करते हो तब तुमने तो कोई पैसे दिए नहीं है, तो उसको तो पैसे कहीं ना कहीं से तो कमाने हैं. तो अगर वो कमा लेता है तो उसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है? आई एम श्योर देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल, लाइक यू सेड, द ऑडियंस हैज इवॉल्व्ड. सो people also understand कि हाँ भाई product placement है तो है, क्या है उसमें.
Yeah, got it.
What you are saying is essentially by people who are trolls. और trolls का तो काम ही ये है, वो तो हर एक जगह पे जाके यही करते हैं.
Yeah,
But why should we pay attention to them? There is
yeah,
absolutely nothing wrong in having a product placement or a sponsorship or a collaboration or a tie-up. What is the problem? I mean,
yeah.
mutually, if you are benefiting the brand and yourself, then ultimately it's all commerce, right? It's all business. Everyone wants to thrive in life.
Yeah. Recently, a big thing had happened on YouTube wherein there's this creator called Salil Jamdar, and he released a song which is Asli Gully Boy. And that song was basically like he very beautiful. It is like if you just watch it from an artistic point of view, it's very beautifully created. What the song meant was that he was showing that he said that okay, you are a celebrity, you are an artist. I get it that a major chunk of your money comes from brands, but at least have the courtesy to advertise only those brands which you personally use. So what he was pointing out is a lot of these Bollywood celebrities, they themselves are very health conscious. So वो ये juice माजा वो सब नहीं पिएंगे. They won't eat the chips, the chip packets and all. They won't consume a lot of alcohol, but still they would do brand deals just because the brand paid them. So when such scenarios happen, what is the border? Like what is the fine line which you say that okay, till this point it is okay to do a brand deal because you need to sustain yourself. Beyond this point, it is you cheating on your audience.
Two ways to look at it.
Okay.
The first is that as an artist, I think it is his or her ethical or moral responsibility to kind of only endorse things which are useful for the audience and not harmful, like soft drinks or chips, or and because a lot of our younger audiences are very impressionable. So if an actor is drinking a soft drink, तो उसको लगेगा कि अरे मैं भी ये पीऊंगा तो मैं हीरो जैसा हो जाऊंगा. And millions of dollars are spent on advertising of soft drinks and chips and all that junk food that we consume or what we see on television. So I think it is one the actor's moral responsibility maybe to check what brand are they endorsing. Point taken. But that is a moral responsibility. It is not a rule of law. तो वो उसको करना है तो करे, नहीं करना है तो नहीं करे. See, this is like a dilemma of eating vegetarian food or a non-vegetarian food. It is a moral dilemma. It is a moral responsibility for some people कि भाई how can you kill to eat, पर वो बोलेगा नहीं मेरे को खाना है, मेरे को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तुमको क्या प्रॉब्लम है. ठीक है, तो ये वो उस प्रकार का एक सिचुएशन है. The second perspective to this is that when an actor is an actor, he or she is acting in a film, he or she is acting in a drama, in theater, or an advertisement. For him, it is just an act. तो उसको फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि वो क्या कर रहा है. अमिताभ बच्चन को फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि वो दीपिका पादुकोण के साथ पीकू फिल्म में एक्ट कर रहा है या फिर नवरत्न तेल की एड में वो किसी के बाल पे चंपी कर रहा है. वो तो एक्टर है, उसका काम है एक्ट करना. उसको जब बोलते हैं कट तो तब वो कट हो जाएगा, उसको जब बोलेंगे एक्शन तो वो एक्शन करेगा, उसको स्क्रिप्ट दिया गया है. सो द सेकंड आर्ग्यूमेंट और द सेकंड साइड ऑफ द आर्ग्यूमेंट इज दैट दे आर जस्ट डूइंग देयर जॉब्स. वो उनका काम है. अगर कोई एड में काम करना, अगर आज मुझे इफ समवन ऑफर्स मी अ रोल एंड सेज दैट कि भाई फलाना ढिकना एड में आप काम करोगे, तो मुझे अगर पैसों की जरूरत है तो बोलूंगा हाँ भाई क्या मेरे को क्या प्रॉब्लम है. टू बी ऑनेस्ट आई हैव डन अ लॉट ऑफ political voiceovers, मतलब political parties के लिए. That does not mean that there is my affiliation towards a political party. In fact, I have done for several parties during election time and otherwise also festivals वगैरह में. तो उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि मैं उनसे जुड़ा हुआ हूँ. मेरा तो काम है, मैं एक आर्टिस्ट हूँ, मेरा काम है वॉइस ओवर देना, या मेरा काम है जिंगल बनाना. अगर मेरे पास कोई जिंगल आती है कि भाई ये पार्टी के लिए जिंगल बना दूंगा, मुझे उससे क्या लेना. Right. So that is the second argument to it. So I don't think an artist becomes a sellout because he or she is using or endorsing a product. Second, I understand that it is a moral responsibility sometimes for an actor, but again, that choice lies with the actor. If he or she wants to do it, तो उसकी मर्जी है. अगर उसको नहीं करना है तो उसकी मर्जी है. हालांकि ये बात 100% सही है, it's their choice. हालांकि ये बात 100% सही है कि most of the things that they endorse, they don't use them.
But is what you said in that there is a very good point. which says that in US there is a law which says that if you
Yeah,
are an influencer, if you're an actor, you cannot subtly advertise something. अगर product
right,
placement है screen पे, then you need to mention it. कि, okay, you are
right.
being paid to advertise this, which is not there in India, and brands take a lot of advantage of this. They say कि अच्छा subtly ये पानी की बॉटल है, इसको just subtly pass on कर देना अपने वीडियो में. मोबाइल फोन का केस है, इसको दिखा देना. And that, I think, if that law gets introduced, then even the impressionable kids are literate enough to read, okay, this he's endorsing because he's being paid for that. And that, I
True.
think,
And the second law, which is also required, is the moral responsibility. I think ये advertisement वाला एक rule अमेरिका में है या पता नहीं कहाँ पे है, that if the star or if whoever is advertising a wrong product or an harmful product, then they will get charged or fined for it. I think ये एक ऐसा कुछ बवाल बीच में भी हुआ था.
इंडिया
I
में
can't
अभी
really remember.
इंडिया में रिसेंटली एक महीने पहले वो लॉ पास हुआ, इन विच इफ यू एंडोर्स समथिंग विच इज हार्मफुल और नॉट, देयर इज अ फाइन अमाउंट टू दैट, बट द फाइन अमाउंट इज सो लेस दैट इफ यू एक्चुअली डू द प्रोडक्ट प्लेसमेंट, यू कैन पे ऑफ द फाइन इन 1% ऑफ योर प्रोडक्ट फी. सो आई डोंट थिंक दैट मेक्स सेंस, बट या ऐसा लॉ पास हुआ है.
At least शुरुआत तो हुई है, चलो.
शुरुआत तो हुई, दैट्स व्हाट वी कैन से. नेक्स्ट आई वांटेड टू आस्क यू वाज, ओके, सो मीडिया कवर हो गया, डिजिटल कवर हो गया. About once again going back to career and education, right now, how do you predict, you said that you don't predict, but okay, so looking forward, do you think that alternate career options would be the norm just because the traditional ones are very flooded, like everyone is moving towards the traditional? So even if, like, in today's date, even if you're a very good engineer, the probability of you reaching a high paycheck is very less just because there are so many engineers. So you being discovered by a good companies, the probability is very less just because of the sheer amount of people in the market. The demand supply graph hits. And that's when many people are saying that chalo alternate career pick up karo. It is way easier to reach a minimum wage package using an alternate career. So what's your take on that?
Alternative careers are not easy. मतलब like you had said earlier in this conversation that there are हर एक गली में एक स्टार पड़ा है यार आज तो. मतलब आज अगर ऑल्टरनेटिव करियर के तौर पे अगर आप सोचोगे मैं सिंगर बन जाता हूँ, मैं स्टैंड अप बन जाता हूँ, मैं एक्टर बन जाता हूँ, भाई इतने लोग पड़े हैं मार्केट में कि पता नहीं काम कैसे मिलेगा. देयर आर मेन स्ट्रीम एक्टर्स हु आर स्ट्रगलिंग फॉर वर्क. मेन स्ट्रीम मतलब हॉलीवुड फिल्में कर करके बैठे हैं लोग, जो लोग काम के लिए धक्के खा रहे हैं. और ये तो होना ही था क्योंकि इतना ज्यादा पॉपुलेशन है हमारे देश में that एक मांगोगे तो 10 मिलेंगे, also with reference to the current situation with COVID and Corona, alternative careers have taken a huge hit. मतलब जो लोग मेन स्ट्रीम या जो लोग कन्वेंशनल करियर्स में थे, सरकारी नौकरी में थे, सब लोग शांति से बैठे, पगार तो आ रहा है भाई. यहाँ तो लोगों की नौकरियां गई हैं. जो लोग इवेंट मैनेजमेंट में थे, हम लोग जो परफॉर्मर्स थे घर पे बैठे हैं 2-3 महीने से, एक्टर्स थे, क्या करेंगे? There are so many cases that you will read that television actors have no money left because obviously they have to sustain a lifestyle. तो ज्यादा पैसा बचाया नहीं है, कपड़े वपड़े पार्टी वार्टी में गया है, रेंट वेंट देना है 3 महीने से, तो इनकम नहीं आई है और पता नहीं शूटिंग कब शुरू होगा. शूटिंग शुरू होने के बाद भी इमीडिएट पैसा तो आएगा नहीं. It is going to take a good 6 months before you start getting your money back. So alternative careers have taken a huge hit. Again, not to dishearten anyone or to be a pessimist, but honestly, in any career, be it a conventional career or be it an alternative or unconventional career, mediocrity is very easy. If you want to be one of the, then it's completely possible and easy. If you want to become a trendsetter, if you want to become if you want to excel, then it is going to be difficult. You have to put in a lot of effort, lot of money, lot of time, lot of dedication, तभी वो हो पाएगा. तो जैसा मैंने कहा कि मीडियोकर अगर आपको बनना है किसी भी प्रोफेशन में, तो वो तो बहुत ही आसान है, चाहे वो ऑल्टरनेटिव करियर हो या मेन स्ट्रीम करियर, कन्वेंशनल करियर हो, चाहे वो आप साइंटिस्ट बनना चाहो, डॉक्टर बनना चाहो या बैंक में काम करना चाहो, पर अगर आपको उसमें एक्सेल करना है तो उसके लिए आपको बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. एंड दैट स्टैंड्स ट्रू विदाउट कोविड बीइंग इन द पिक्चर और नॉट. Whatever profession you want to, because there are, as it is, there are so many people in our country. Remember a couple of months back, कहीं पे एक स्वीपर का जॉब निकला था गवर्नमेंट, और एमबीए किए हुए लोग अप्लाई किए थे उसमें. तो आप देखो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट की हालत क्या है. अमेरिका में अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट हैज हिट द हाईएस्ट इन द पास्ट 40 years. It has gone up to 40% or something. I might be wrong with the numbers, but it's gone up drastically high. And the same is the case with a lot of other countries, including India. तो आगे क्या होगा वो तो कहना बहुत मुश्किल है, पर आप जो भी करें उसको दिल से कीजिए, तो शायद आपको उसमें अच्छे रिटर्न्स मिलेंगे.
True. Next, I wanted to ask, I want to like take you back to the creative side of you, that how difficult or how important it is from an artist point of view to manage your personal finance. Like बहुत बार creative
वेरी
professions में लोग नहीं कर पाते.
डिफिकल्ट एंड वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. क्रिएटिव प्रोफेशंस का सबसे बड़ा ड्रॉबैक ही है कि उसमें हम जितना समझते हैं उतना ग्लैमर है नहीं. हम जितना समझते हैं उतना पैसा है नहीं, अनलेस यू रीच अ लेवल. वो लेवल पे रीच होने के बाद भी प्रॉब्लम ये है कि वो लेवल आप मेंटेन कर पाओगे कि नहीं वो भी आपको पता नहीं. फॉर हाउ लॉन्ग विल यू रिमेन दैट पॉपुलर, राइट? One problem that happens in the current times is that a lot of people get illusioned by the followers.
Yeah.
इसके इतने फॉलोअर है, फॉलोअर से पेट नहीं भरता भाई.
True.
वो वर्चुअल है, वो इल्यूजन है और वहीं रहेगा. फॉलोअर्स कैन बी बॉट आल्सो.
Yeah.
But the real money comes from real work, and to get real work is quite difficult. It's an ongoing struggle if you are an artist, because if you are in a government job तो कोई टेंशन नहीं है. हर 2 साल में एक बार इंक्रीमेंट आएगा, एक बार प्रमोशन आएगा, अच्छे से काम करो तो जल्दी आएगा, थोड़ा मस्काबाजी करो तो. ऐसे भी जॉब्स होते हैं तो उसमें लोड नहीं है. पता है कि महीने के एंड में इतना पैसा तो आएगा ही. इसमें तो पता ही नहीं है ये महीने के एंड में कितना आएगा या आएगा कि भी नहीं आएगा, you know. So it is very important to manage finances.
But what would be your top advices to someone who is starting out in the creative profession, like freelancing हो गया, gigs हो गया,
यार बैकअप रखना चाहिए.
Okay.
And ये मैं had you asked this to me in January, my answer would have been different.
Okay.
Now 3 months or 4 months into the corona situation, my answer is different.
Okay. Understood.
There is a backup which is required, and which this situation has made a lot of us realize.
Yeah.
We've taken a lot of things for granted, and this is unprecedented. पिछले 100 साल में ऐसा नहीं हुआ है जो अभी हो रहा है. तो हमें भी नहीं पता था कि ऐसा हो सकता है, you know, और अभी भी हमें नहीं पता कि आगे क्या होगा. So अगर बैकअप है तो एटलीस्ट you are not struggling for bread and butter, basic. तो कम से कम एक सॉर्टेड है तो आप आपके आर्ट पे फोकस कर सकते हो. पर अगर दोनों सॉर्टेड नहीं है then there will be a lot of chaos.
Yeah. Okay, so I would end this session by one last question.
Sure.
What are like your top 3 advices which you would like to put it out? And that could be anything. That could be from a creative point of view. That could be life advices. That could be money related. Anything. But if you want to like bulletin it into top 3.
I don't know if I can list 3 or not, but I've always said that you should always do what you love and love what you do. Not everyone is fortunate enough that they get to do what they love. But eventually, if you're doing something, then start loving it. क्योंकि जब भी कोई भी चीज आप दिल से करते हो तो आपका उसके प्रति का जो आउटपुट है वो बहुत बहुत अलग होता है. When you are forced to do something and when you do something willingly, there is a huge difference. Now you doing this session with me, had someone forced you to do it, कि नहीं तेरे को करना ही है, तो your research or your questions would not have been as interesting as they are now, because you've done whatever you've done because you are self motivated, you know. So I've always believed that you must try and do things which you love doing, and you love what you do. That is the easiest way to achieve success. Second, a lot of people think that becoming popular is easy, or becoming an artist is easy. To gain followers is easy. Maybe gaining followers is not that difficult, but that does not sustain for a longer period of time. There is no substitute to hard work. There is no substitute to dedication and devotion. There are no alternatives. ऐसा है ही नहीं कि कोई एकदम लकी था और उसको फटाक से सीधा संजय लीला भंसाली की फिल्म में रोल मिल गया. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. उसके लिए धीरे धीरे ही जाना होता है और कंसिस्टेंटली जाना होता है. कंसिस्टेंसी एंड पेशेंस आर 2 मेजर थिंग्स व्हिच आई सी लैकिंग इन द करंट जनरेशन. पेशेंस मेनली, बिकॉज सबको ऐसा लगता है कि अरे सब कुछ इतना फास्ट है तो मैं भी सब फास्ट कर लेता हूँ.
इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन.
तो बहुत सारी चीजें फास्ट इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन नहीं हो सकता. कुछ चीजें नहीं बदलेंगी तो नहीं ही बदलेंगी. दे विल टेक इट्स ओन टाइम टू मैच्योर, टू रीच टू फ्रूइशन. Everything cannot happen overnight, you know.
Hmm.
चाहे जितने भी हम फास्ट हो जाए, 4G आ जाए, 5G आ जाए या 10G आ जाए,
Hmm.
बच्चे 9 महीने के बाद ही पैदा होंगे.
Hmm.
वो जो द साइकिल ऑफ लाइफ जो है वो उसी गति से चलेगा. द डे विल स्टिल एंड ओनली आफ्टर 24 आवर्स, चाहे हम 10G का स्पीड लेके भी क्यों ना बैठे हो,
Hmm.
you know. So some things, the pace has to be maintained that way. That is how it happens. Suddenly no one can become a 10-year-old. पैदा हुआ रे मेरे को सब आता है, मैं कल मेरी 10वीं बर्थडे मनाऊंगा, वैसा नहीं हो सकता. वैसे ही करियर में या आर्ट में you have to gradually mature, and that requires patience. So if you have patience, then automatically you will flourish.
Understood. Great. It was a nice talk to you, and I would be
Thank you.
linking down all your social media handles also over here, so that
Sure.
followers once again.
Thank you.
And yeah, it was nice.
Thank you so
talking
much,
to
Maurice.
you.
You had
Thank
great
you for doing
questions, very
this.
interesting conversation. I really enjoyed.
Yeah, and I'll send you the photo on WhatsApp if I get it right now of you
Sure.
hosting. Yeah.
Please do. Yes,
Yeah.
please do.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maurice. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.